What's goody, what's good? It's the one and only Jelly Nicole, and if you don't know, now you know. I'm a self-taught fashion designer, seamstress, serial entrepreneur, and crafter, and I love sharing tips and tricks about all of that. So if you want to learn more, or if you want the tea, baby, stay tuned, because we about to get into it. Okay. So you've seen the title of the video. Today we're going to be talking about different ways you can make money with just your beginner sewing skills. And I don't mean just like petty money, I mean like get the ball rolling. I didn't have anyone to tell me what I needed to know or what I could do to make money with my beginner sewing skills. And believe me, it's not that much that you need to know, and it's not that much that you really need to do. You have to put in the effort and actually go for it. The main thing is really just staying persistent and being consistent. Let's get into it. Number one, that you can make money with your beginner sewing skills is just making stuff, right? Just make it and sell it. Just sew things that you like to make and sell it. That's just basically it. A couple of examples of those things could be like aprons, makeup bags, hair bows, little backpacks, cute sewing bags, whatever you want to make. That's totally up to you. Just little things like that can run up a pretty good check, believe me. You can sell those things on Etsy as well, or you can just put them on Facebook, whatever you want to do. But there's lots of things that you can sew and sell with beginner sewing skills. Think about making stuff and then selling it. Number two, you can create mini ebooks. And when I say ebooks, I don't mean like novels or like long stories or like anything like that. You can just put like how to get started with sewing, what you did to get started with sewing, whatever tips and tricks that you have that you already know or that you are learning. You can sell all of that stuff in little ebooks and let people just download them. You don't even have to sell them for that much. You can sell them for $2, $3, $5, $10, whatever. The more information you have, the more you can juice that price up. So definitely look into making ebooks and selling those online. People don't realize how much they know until the next person doesn't know as much. You don't have to be a pro at sewing in order to sell books about sewing. Just tell people what you know. Most people are going to be looking for beginner this, beginner that when they're sewing. At least I would. I'm not going to be looking at advanced skills and things like that if I don't know how to sew. So definitely put like some beginner tips, things that you did when you were trying to learn how to sew. Put it in a little book and sell it. It's not a bad idea. Number three, you can sell downloadable PDFs or pages that people can print at home to help them sew. Things like stitch guides, tips and tricks, but like on a small sheet so that people can print them out and put them right next to their sewing machine. You can sell sewing machine settings. Anything that people can print out and use for their own good is also a great start to actually make money with your beginner sewing skills. You can also sell patterns to small projects. So say if you started to make that apron or that makeup bag and you're like, honestly, I don't mind sharing this pattern with other people so that they can make it themselves. You can sell that pattern again and again and again. You make the pattern digitally one time and then sell it over 100 times. So definitely think about making some cute little patterns and some instructions, maybe even pictures to go with that, and go ahead and sell those online. People love doing stuff at home. There's a lot more DIY people than you think. Number four, get to teaching. You can teach anybody whatever you know. Like I said, you don't have to be a pro at sewing in order to share the tips and tricks that you already know. For instance, if your niece is wanting to know how to sew, practice with her. Practice going over, what you're gonna say and how you're gonna teach, things like that. That way, when somebody asks you, hey, can you teach me how to sew? You're like, of course I can. I can teach you how to get started. I can teach you how to set up your machine. I can teach you how to thread your machine. You can teach people how to do all of these things that you first started doing when you learned. Not everybody is a YouTube person. Not everybody is an online person. You don't have to host like these full-on sewing lessons or one-on-one classes and advertise. Just start by like when people ask you, hey, I was trying to learn how to sew. Is there any way you can help me out? Let people know, yeah, you can pull up. We can do some lessons. Start with like $20 or something like that for your sewing lessons, or until you're comfortable raising your prices, whatever. But it's always great to get paid for what you know. So if somebody that you know is wanting to sew or wanting to learn how to sew, definitely take advantage of that opportunity and just start there. Number five, you definitely can do alterations. Alterations are a great way to get practice and a great way to make money. You can just alter people's clothing by like changing the hem or adding some customizations, fixing a button or a buttonhole, fixing a zipper. That's a great way to learn how to troubleshoot when things happen to you, you know, when your zippers break or when your buttonhole kind of is like loose or anything like that. So if you're interested in doing alterations, that is a great way to make money, and it's a great way to build your sewing skills. So definitely check out that option as well. And baby, always get your coin. Don't forget. Review the alterations before you do them. That way you're able to really make sure that you can do them, because you don't want to get into a situation to where you're like, yeah, I can do this alteration, and then you're halfway through tearing it apart and you're like, I don't think I can do this, and I don't remember how it goes back together. Take notes, record a video if you need to, so that you know exactly how you took it apart, so that if anything, you can put it back together and give it to them the way they gave it to you. And that's only if you can't fix it, but if you can fix it, baby, so be it, and get to fixing. Number 6 is making people's old projects that they haven't completed. When people start sewing, they realize how time consuming and difficult sewing really is. So some people will like to start a project and then just set it aside and be like, oh, I'll get to it, and never get to it and decide that they don't want to sew anymore. You can always put up a post saying completing people's unfinished projects for a certain price depending on the project. Like if somebody was making a quilt and you're like, well, I just want to get my stitching practice in, definitely reach out to people and say, hey, I can finish your quilt for you for like $30 if you would like me to, hit me up. Or if somebody was making a cute jacket and they just can't get to it and they're like, I really need somebody to finish this jacket, definitely reach out. But I realized that making people's old projects actually is a big way to make money. A lot of people have a lot of unfinished projects but don't have the time to actually do it. So if that's the way you want to make money, definitely know that there is a realm for that. Like I said, just with the alterations, it helps build your technique, and then it becomes secondhand nature, but you can definitely do that. You can also customize stuff for people. Customizing t-shirts, sweatpants and sweatsuits, jackets. You can do that with embroidery, a Cricut Explorer machine or a Cricut machine, heat transfer vinyls, order them online and get them sent to your house, and all you have to do is iron them on. And that's not really necessary sewing skills, but it goes hand in hand with designing and with alterations. But I wanted to make it its own thing because you don't have to do alterations. You can strictly just make customized stuff for people and sell the service of customization. That is it for the video. That is mainly all of the tips that I have. There's definitely more ways to make money with your beginner sewing skills, but this was kind of just to help you get your mind going and give you some ideas of some possibilities on how to make money with your beginner sewing skills. If you have any additional ways to make money with beginner sewing skills, definitely comment below. Like this video if you are interested in the information I gave you. Share this to anybody who you know sews or is starting to sew, or anybody who wants to make money in the fashion world and they don't know where to start, and just help spread the word so that we can all be out here making money the way we want to. Subscribe to my channel if you want to know more information about sewing, building your entrepreneur skills, building your sewing business, learning how to design, or anything that has to do with fashion, sewing, or entrepreneurship. I post videos very often, at least once or twice a week. I have another video coming soon, and it's going to be the projects you can make. I'm going to give you a huge list of them, so definitely stay tuned for that video. And until next time, bye. That was pretty much it. I don't think I got nothing else to say. I'm trying to think. Let me get off this video.